All right, I'm gonna start this. This is gonna be weird. Okay, so I'm back at doing this, guys. I'm back to doing starting again. Um, so this is gonna be focused, change the focus. Again, it's still on me. This is all about me. If you want to join in, this is more like me talking to a mirror. Um, because it's just all about me. Again, if you've watched this before, you know my story, but it's interesting. The background's all backwards. Anyhow, I'm 67, almost 68. Spent the last forever, up until last June. Uh, Dad going through a lot of things and passed away last June. So that was 3 years of not running really, or training or doing anything. This year not so bad, but still a lot going on. So I haven't done a lot of training. So this year was is that the first 6 months are kaput. Been doing some running, haven't been on a bike, haven't been swimming, haven't been in the gym. That's so running's sort of okay. I can do like 5K not stop. But that's it. So my goal right now is, well, actually my goal is pretty quick. This Sunday I'm doing a 5K. It's for Edmonton Marathon weekend here in Edmonton. Originally, if you'd asked me back in January, it's to do the half. And then a little ways in when I realized I wasn't training, maybe the 10K. I've done the 10K before with like no training. Now I'm doing the 5K. And depending how I feel Saturday morning or Saturday night, evening, I may just say screw the 5K and just volunteer. I'm going to do the 5K. I can do 5K, but not feeling great. I got to be honest. Training is good. I did the like 5K on Tuesday, so why can't I do a 5K on Sunday? It's not going to be great. It's not going to be fantastic, but again, I know saying I'm older is like an excuse, right? It's just a number, but unless you've got to this number, and I know there's people older than me that are running really well, but yeah, it's just not, it's just something just doesn't seem to be clicking. So the goal of this YouTube thing and this chats, I'm recording this on Zoom, by the way, so maybe eventually I'll open it up to people that want to join me on the Zoom talks and maybe give me a little encouragement or consistency. One thing I've been thinking about a lot during my runs is intervals. Um, yes, the goal is to run always is to run continuous, right? Continuous marathon, half marathon. But and there's nothing wrong with that. I've done Ironman triathlons where it was a walk run for the marathon. Nobody cares. Most people will say as long as you're moving forward, that's fine. Um, Even the elites, some of them, Paula Newby Fraser, who's won I forget how many Ironman triathlons, Hawaii. She would basically walk through the aid zones, right? To make sure she got her hydration, make sure she got her nutrition. And also she said one thing I thought was really amazing too. She told me she could just vary her pace so that she's recovering and then boom, going again, right? It's just, yeah, the trick is to adjust your effort and go from anaerobic to aerobic. So you slow down a little bit, the pace, make it easier. I hate the word slow down. It's like long, slow distance, long, effortless distance, right? It's just you want to get down to the point where the run is effortless, get that back, get your heart rate down, and then boom, start doing the anaerobic run again. So that was interesting. I always thought too, but for right now, for me, it's just getting the distances, getting the training in, doing the 4 days a week. I got to get on my bike next week. That's the goal right now before snow hits, because yeah, it's August. So my goal, yeah, this weekend is a 5K. There's a 10K in Stony Plain I want to do in October, and I think that'll be doable. 10K again, I've done 10Ks before with little more training. I'm not going to think about doing halves or fulls until 2027 if I do that. It'd be nice to do a half in Vancouver. A few friends just did the Seawees in Vancouver this past weekend or last weekend, and that looked like fun. I've done that a couple times, but oh my God, $325 for registration, and it's in August, which is the most expensive time ever to be in Vancouver. So the BMO in May is a bit better. It's less expensive, and plus you have the option of the full, the half, or an 8K. It's in May. Prices are a little bit lower, and it's about half the prices of Seawees. So can I do that? I really want to do the sun run at some point, so I might do that. It's just a 10K. But again, it's like 45,000 people plus. I think last year or this year they had 50,000. So I'm gonna have to decide April for the sun run or do the BMO half in May. So that's my long-term goal. Right now is just getting 5K to 10K and just consistency, I know that that's important, right? Uh, yeah, and just get myself up and running. So that's what this is going to be about. But again, back to intervals. I'm playing around with them a lot. I basically, what I've done starting back in June is gone right back to not learn to run, but building myself up to where I'm doing 10 and ones rather than 5 and ones. But nice thing I've been doing is I've been using this thing a lot. My Garmin. Garmin has training plans, which is kind of cool. They're a little bit different than I'm used to. I'm a running room guy. I've always been a sort of the running room training plans. And also, one bad thing I've always done is bounce from training plan to training plan to training plan. If that doesn't work for like the first 2 weeks, I go to another one for the next 8 weeks. And then if that doesn't work, I change again. Bad planning, right? So I'm sticking to Garmin. Um, the dates are going to be exact, but it's a bucket list thing. I want to get to 5K this weekend, 10K in October. I've got a race or fun run I'm putting on in October, so oh my God, my all my hair is going to turn gray. Um, Nice thing about having long hair, you don't see the gray hair as much. But yeah, that's the goal. So right now it's Thursday, so tomorrow a little bit of a run. Hopefully, I'd like to go swimming, but the two pools I want to swim at, they're both closed. One apparently flooded, and the other one, it might be open, might not be open. There's construction. There's some ambiguity about whether it is open or not among friends. So tomorrow I might go for a run from the Kinsman and take my swim gear with me. And if the pool's open, I swim. If not, well, okay, I go home. Um, but to run for sure, bike on Saturday and then Sunday, 5K at noon. I've never done a race that started at noon before, ever. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Um, yeah, that seems really bizarre, but fine. I can. It's going to be a relaxing weekend. I'm going away to Edmonton, St. Albert to Edmonton. That's like just it's just easier. If you ever plan for doing a race someplace and you have that option, like the place I'm staying at in Edmonton, I walk across a parking lot to the starting line. I'm not waking up stupid o'clock on Sunday morning, racing to downtown Edmonton, looking for a parking spot, getting there stupid early, looking for porta potties, and then lining up and standing and walking around and stressing out. I'm just going to wake up, have my banana and water, walk across the parking lot. I'm there. So, little tip there for anybody who's planning on racing this weekend in Edmonton. Yeah, book a hotel or even an Airbnb. I got my place is in a hotel. It's Marriott Courtyard, but I checked on Airbnb just I think yesterday, actually last weekend because I was thinking of going to Vancouver or for the folk festival. I just looked, and basically across the street from the hotel, there's an Airbnb for like I think it's like it's cheap. It's like I don't know, maybe $90 a night or something, which isn't actually that cheap, but it is for an Airbnb. Yeah, for one night, why not? Just wake up, you're there. How simple is that? I see other people are doing it. Some are staying at the West End, some are staying in the Chateau Lacombe. Because I'm seeing this on Facebook. People, where do we work? What do we do? Where's the closest place to be dropped off? You don't want to sweat that. You don't want the stress, right? You want to just do. So yeah, I'm just gonna do. So the goal, this is gonna be quick because I want to finish watching Silo. What do runners do when they don't run? They watch Silo. Anyhow, I want to stick to the training plan, do the 5K Sunday, and then Monday, I've got a training plan in place. Monday is actually supposed to be rest day. I'm running 4 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I know the Sunday, Monday thing is kind of, you want that break, but it works. There's 7 days. If it was 8 days a week, 8 days or eight days for a week, it'd be fine. But it is what it is. Bike a couple times a week, swim a couple times a week. I'm not going into the gym to do weights until the fall, which is really soon, but I can't see the point. I had a gym membership here in St. Albert, and I'm not an indoor guy, right? It's yeah, sure, swimming is indoors, but I don't like even like the indoor tracks. So a gym maybe in the fall if I can figure some way to do that. There's enough training plans to do without weights. I can do that. But my motivation is, and this is where we talk about motivation and consistency, right? Make consistency the motivation and motivation to be consistent. That's my goal. Anyhow, this is just rough. This is just me introducing myself again. Um, every Thursday, as long as I got the time, I will have the time. 6 o'clock next Sunday, I'll do this again, or next Sunday, next Thursday, I'll do this again on Thursday at 6 o'clock. I'll let you know how the weekend went, how the week is going. We'll talk more about intervals and pacing and what it's like to be a runner learning to run again. Thanks. And we are ending.